So we have 2018 Ford Fiesta. This one of course being the ST, and as you can see I've not cleaned it in ages. Look at that, there's the back end, controversial subject. This one has the performance pack. You can't tell from the outside, but you can tell when you're driving it. This is an ST2, meaning these are optional, these rims. These are standard on the ST3. But without further ado, let's use the now ST branded key and make our way inside. Folding mirrors come with the city pack. So here we go. Now climbing into these wicked Ricardo bucket seats, branded with ST, and in the ST2, blue stitching and piping. So key, there's a key slot down here for it, even if you've got jiggly keys on it as well. Push button up here, lovely ST, comes up with Ford Performance as well. Also Ford Performance branding in the kick plate. Putting the clutch in and pushing the button starts the engine. And you know that it's got sport mode, which is selected by this button down here next to this card slot. The seat belt's also blue. The screen in the middle is controlled by this little switch over here and this cluster of buttons up here. So you move the OK button up and down to swap through the menus. Hit OK obviously is OK. To activate launch control, which I'm sure you'll also want to do, you just stop, comes up with this on the screen, you hit OK, and it tells you launch control is not available because the engine's not warmed up yet. So you can change the drive modes again by pushing this button. Push it twice to engage sport mode and 3 times for track mode. Sport and track, tighten up the steering and make the exhaust louder, more importantly. Let's take it out for a spin. Pop from the exhaust there. I don't really know if there's a difference in pops between sport and racetrack mode. Coming out of corners like that with the performance pack, when you wouldn't usually get too much grip, where you'd usually be counting on the traction control to stop your inside wheel spinning. And this car still does have torque vectoring by braking, meaning that when you're going around a corner it will brake the inside wheels. This is more apparent obviously on the non-performance pack vehicles. So you'll know that this also has cylinder deactivation technology, which means that when you're below half throttle or under 4,500 revs, you'll only be in 2 cylinders like now. We're now coming on to a... Whew, that's that bike again, doing exactly 60 miles an hour. We'll have a little acceleration test. So there you go, it passes the acceleration test. I will now get back to you on a twisty road. This one being quite a slow and tight twisty road, so we will put the windows down with these new Team Hiko wind deflectors in an aid to see if you can hear the engine more without being just wind noise. Still go the windows, both automatic this time. That sounded good. You can actually really hear the turbo noises with the windows down. Like that. Can be professional. You felt the diff round there. This is a tighty. An induction whistle. You do. Now the induction noise gets a lot bigger with the windows down. It's got a hard limiter. Oh dear, it is. A hard limiter is always fun. You can just feel the car pulling you into the corner like that. And like that. And it just hooks up and it actually does just take off. Even up a hill. Now I'll demonstrate the really quick steering rack by doing this cheeky corner here. Full lock is one turn like that, that's full lock. And it's the same the other way, so it's 2 turns lock to lock. And here we go again. And the clutch says it's rated for flat shifting, and if you don't know what that is, I'm sure if you're young and you've played Need for Speed and stuff, you know what flat shifting is. But for those of you who don't know, flat shifting is where you keep your foot on the floor on the throttle when you change gear. So you almost change gear, bounce off the limiter. And it's good in, say, rally cars where you want to keep the turbo spooled up. It's almost like anti-lag in that case. You're trying to keep the turbo spooled up. But it obviously means that in a car with a weak clutch, when that clutch engages again with a really fast spinning engine, it's got a really beefy clutch that can deal with it. I haven't tried it yet because it's just wanting destruction, isn't it? Like that, it pops when you lift off even staying in gear. And this thing just grips. Felt a little bit of the back coming around that time. Like that. You've got to be careful doing that in track mode because obviously you don't have stability control. So if you're going to do it on a track. So if you want to go and watch another Fiesta ST video like this one up here, feel free to go and do that.